That's it.
Good.
That's how it's gonna be when the Lord, but it's gonna be so fearful, you gonna burn up, man. I mean, not burn up. You gonna freeze up, man, and you gonna get burned up. But you gonna get petrified. You not gonna have the wisdom to know what to do, man.
If I say something about that? Yeah, because I've been oh shit. I've been
Somebody gonna crash.
I've been petrified before once. I don't remember what it was over, but like when you're petrified, you're literally so overcome with fear that you're not able to move. I remember I tried to move my legs and I just wasn't able to. They felt like they weighed like a couple thousand pounds. Like I was trying to, like how you would normally just simply bend at your knee to move your leg without even thinking about it. It was impossible for me. I couldn't move my legs. I could move my upper body, but my legs weren't going anywhere. And I had to stand there and wait until what it was that was scaring me stopped, and then I was good again. But you know, when the Lord brings his plagues, when the scriptures say the hypocrite will be surprised, they will literally be surprised. When these people see men and women being murdered, raped, kidnapped, beat on right in front of them, there's people that are just going to be standing there like this, just stuck.
Like that bitch wearing yoga pants over there. That bitch gonna get raped, boy.
They're going to be so scared that they're not going to be able to do nothing. They're not even going to be able to scream how scared they are. They're not even going to be able to talk. You know, the Lord's going to catch up their vocal cords and their legs.
It's gonna be like,
yeah.
I got you. This is Psalms 48:6. It says, "Fear took hold upon them there in pain as of a woman in travail." Yeah, that's what the fear will freeze you up, man. That you can't move. You know, like they did in Egypt when it got dark in Egypt.
Ooh,
man, it was frozen. Those damn Egyptians were, man, paralyzed.
It was like this, boy.
What you think gonna happen in these times in Egypt again, man? It's gonna be crazy. It's gonna be war hell than you have ever seen before. Times 10, man, times 100. It's gonna, man, when you get to the point where you get locked up in, and I mean, because we all have had that, a dog, a pit bull coming, man, you don't know what you gonna do.
Yeah.
You stop, you freeze, you don't know what to do because you don't want to make no sudden moves for that. You know? Right, and that's that vicious pit bull you done seen behind that fence. And you know he probably got issues because the person like water. Because the person who had him never let him out. He always back there. Oh, that chain done fused in his neck and shit. You know what I mean? Yeah, I seen that before.
Cocaine and shit.
Yeah, right. Feeling cocaine, gunpowder. You know, lead. You know, crazy as hell. And when you see him, his name is Bobo too. Motherfucker jumped the fence, and he climbed the fence. And you see I did that before. I had a puppy, and I'm walking a damn puppy, and all that. 1 second I see the dog behind the fence. I blink with folks on the other side of the fence. Man, he came over. Sudden fear. I didn't know what the hell to do because I don't like you know that situation with a dog. The dog basically tried to, mess with the little puppy I had, but man, it was just fear, and the dog just went back as the owner saw him, and he went back. But I was frozen, man, But that's the fear we talking about, dealing with the when this shit go down, when this deal go down, you ain't gonna know what to do. The martial law troops, you gotta aim. Have anybody ever had a gun pointed at them?
Yeah.
That's a paralyzing situation also. That's you don't want that fear. You want to be fearless. But you got to use wisdom in situations too. Good.
Hey, them Egyptians, they was on shit like this.
Yeah.
They was holding on. It was so. It was like this.
Let's get that fear. Now.
Bugging the fuck out.
17.
Yeah,
I mean, we gonna bring out just how the fear was in that time.
They was on that wall fucking scared as shit, man. They was bugging out.
He was probably in the fetal position.
Hell yeah, they was crying.
Right.
They was crying, man.
And the Egyptians were huge motherfuckers.
Yeah.
See?
Big ass.
You had them paralyzed in the corner, man. Somebody got that from 17. With solid 17. They were paralyzed, man, when they heard, because they said they heard apparitions, man. They heard lions in the room with them. They heard a tail of whip touch them or something, and it's apparitions. It really ain't there. But it was so dark in Egypt because the Lord took the light from outside and didn't let Egypt receive any sunlight. So Egypt didn't have no sunlight. But all you hear is you heard shit, waterfalls in the house. Like where's this all coming from? I didn't have a waterfall in the house. I don't have a lion in my house, but I don't know what's going on. You couldn't even light a match. to see in front of you. Light a match, it won't let you can't see
It's
yourself.
dark.
That's fear. That's paralyzing fear, especially of the unknown. You know, I got to feel like water. You know, had dreams of sharks before. You know, in the water. You know, brothers say that was probably me in the past time. You know, most I probably threw judgment on the brothers in those days when they was throwing them off the slave ships and shit. You don't know. So that fear, but it's, you know, a lot of that fear, that paralyzing fear will get you killed, and it just depends on the situation. You know, because sometimes you got to use words. You can't make a false move with somebody pointing a gun at you. They might be trigger happy. You might have to slap the shit out this motherfucker. Yeah. You know what I mean? To get out of it. Yeah, they take a bullet on the side. But fear is something, man, that paralyzing. But that's the paralyzing fear we should have for the Most High, man. You know?
Like in Isaiah it says, let Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua be your fear and your dread. Dread is something that's dreadful. That like it said, man, if the angels tremble at the Most High, you know we gotta be afraid of the Most High, man. That one angel can destroy the earth, and they trembling at Yahweh, man. They tremble, man. The angels might send up an order like they might have to tell Yahushua something, and that Yahushua go talk to Yahweh. Hey, the angel bringing it, he's shaking and shit. he giving it. Here you go.
That's showing being contrite.
Got his head down.
Humble. You know, and in the scriptures they say that we ourselves shall judge them angels. You know, and they display such, you know, such respect of order. You know what I'm saying? And we have to do the same. You know, like the brother was talking about. You know. You want me to bring this out now? Wisdom of Solomon?
That's the reason they probably marvel at us like, y'all stupid.
Right.
You know what I mean? The angels probably look at us like, y'all stupid. They marvel at us like, you going through all this stuff, you eating the fucked up shit, but also you don't realize that you got to worry about the one that can kill soul and spirit. You know what I mean? We worried about Esau weak ass. Right, you know what I mean? Because he could bring us right back. You know? What they call it, like the Lazarus effect, you know what I mean? Something like that. You know, he could bring us, well, I'm just saying, he could bring us right back. But he could bring us right back in the spirit, or on that day, the Most High could just, you know, put us on a chariot. You served, you know, you had to go out. Some people gotta die to make it. You know what I mean? If you gotta die, you gotta die. If that's what the Most High wants, if he wants you to make it. You know what I mean? You gonna die, you just come back as a 2/3, or you come back as a Israelite that's still gonna be wealthy, you know, or you gonna come back as the elect. It's still a decision of the Most High when it's time, because this time this is real life. Real man. Will we gonna receive, if the Lord willing, will we receive in that day? It's gonna be great, you know. But that's why we gotta do this light affliction. We got something out.
Okay. This is Job 4:18. Behold, he put no trust in his servants, and he charges and his angels he charged with folly. How much less in them that dwell in the house of clay, whose foundation is the dust, which are crushed before the moth.
That's pretty much it. It's letting you know, how are you to be? You know what I'm saying? How are you to be as a man? You know, this is Wisdom of Solomon, chapter 17. Verse 1, it says, for great are thy judgments and cannot be expressed. Therefore, unnurtured souls have erred. For when unrighteous men thought to oppress the holy nation, they being shut up in their houses, the prisoners of darkness and fettered with the bonds of a long night.
So they were saying it was locked up in. They said it was locked up in there. They said it was locked up in there. They was like for fright. They was scared as hell. Like a fetter is like a shackle or something like that. So they were paralyzed inside the house. Like, man, what is this? Like, what's going on? You know, because it's pitch black in there. You can't see nothing. You got more out. Yep.
It says, and fettered with the bonds of a long night, lay there exiled.
Right, they exiled. They say for a long night, so that whole night they would just stayed in one place. And these Egyptians, these big ass bitches, sitting there in the corner of the house, just standing there all night long. Go ahead.
It says, and lay there exiled from the eternal providence. For while they supposed to lie hid in their secret sins, they were scattered under a dark veil of forgetfulness, being horribly astonished and troubled with strange apparitions.
It was trouble because what they heard, the apparition is sort of like a ghost. They said we're troubled with strange apparitions. So it's things that they didn't know what the hell was going. They didn't know what was going on. Basically, that's what was going on. Was strange to them. It's in their house. Yep. Like, have you ever just heard your floor creak? And then you heard the creak right after you heard the creak again. Then you heard the creak again.
Turn on the TV.
Well, maybe is that because apparitions are you do have spirits. You know what I mean, around. I heard that yesterday. I looked at my woman and saw that. We were like, what the hell? Heard it again, but these be spirits. It's just spirits. So as the floor creaks, some people get paralyzed from that. Some people don't want the closet door open while they sleep.
I don't.
Like,
see what I mean?
Yeah. that kind of like makes you, that kind of keeps you on like edge. Like the Lord, like in Proverbs it said the fear of the Most High is the beginning of wisdom. Like the fear of the Most High is the beginning of wisdom and knowledge, pretty much. You know what I'm saying? So when you understand the power that you're dealing with, it keeps you. It should keep you mindful of his pretty much his what he can do. See what I'm saying? Yeah. Like if you hearing like noises and shit, like in the house you watch TV, you hear noises and shit, right? Maybe. And you awoke to who you are. You should be like, damn, that sound weird as hell. Then it'll come to your mind like, oh, that could be a spirit. Then you'll keep that in your mind like, let me think about the scriptures and humble myself because the scripture said that angels watch us,
Right.
So, just keeping that in mind.
And it could be indication, that, a lot of things, but sometimes it could be a thief in your house. Yeah. You don't know. You got to look at. You got to investigate sometimes. Right. You just hearing stuff. Ali Sano, that's a spirit now. It's a spirit, all right. It's some nigga that's his spirit, in there trying to take shit. Right. So we got to be. Sometimes you got to be circumspect. And go in and just circumspect. You got to go and just. Sometimes you got to investigate that shit because it ain't always what you think, man.
Right.
Go ahead.
Verse 4 says, "For neither might the corner that held them keep them from fear."
Yeah, even the corner they in. Might get see, they tried to hide in that shrivel out, like I keep saying. It ain't even held them from fear, man. I mean, it couldn't even help them. You know what I mean? That's like a cover to them. It being stuck. Sometimes you can go under the table or chair. That might be some reason you go under there is some type of you feel some type of security. It's a console, your cradles you, whatever it is.
Turn your lights on and shit.
Right, because somebody might be walking. If, like I said, a thief, and you might go on the table. They might walk by you. It might be some type of security, but this is like, it didn't give them no security, man, because because the apparitions were there, and they could just, feel them, like you could feel, because in that day it was so dark that in Egypt you could feel the darkness. It gripped you. Go ahead, Al.
It says, but noises as of waters falling down sounded about them, and sad visions appeared unto them with heavy countenances. No power of the fire might give them light, neither could the bright flames of the stars endure to lighten the horrible night.
It was night, and they still couldn't see the stars. It was night, and then you light a fire, and you can't see the fire. You probably get burnt by the fire, but you can't see the fire. So the Most High is terror, man. He brings terror. That's why they call him Al-Shadja. He demon power. Go ahead, I bring a little more.
Only there appeared unto them a fire kindled of itself, very dreadful. For being much terrified, they thought the things which they saw to be worse than the sight they saw not. As for the illusions,
so the things they seen in that nighttime, the things they didn't see, they saw the things they saw. Like, how did this appear here? You know what I mean? Like, how did it unfold? I can't see this other stuff. I can't hear. I hear waterfall inside.